Believe it or not, sometimes when you try too hard, you actually get the opposite result of what you're going for. What am I talking about? Sometimes when you try to stop stuttering, when you try not to block, when you try to force yourself to do something, you actually get the opposite result. My name is Michael Williams, and in this video, in this brief, kind of informal video, I want to talk to you about a law, and it's called the Law of Relaxation. And it's very, very, very relevant to you and to what you're going through and to your smooth speech journey. Let me explain what the law is and why it's so relevant to what you are struggling with right now. And that is, the Law of Relaxation says that in all mental workings, and I'll explain this, in all mental workings, effort defeats itself. So in the physical realm, in the physical world, when we try harder, most of the time, it allows us to do things faster. We're able to achieve it faster, better, more, right? So if you're, for example, this is an example that's been used, if you're hammering a nail, well, if you hammer it harder, the nail's going to get driven into the wood faster. If you're drilling a hole, if you push harder, you're going to be able to get through faster. If you're lifting weights and you try harder, you're going to be able to lift those weights. While in mental workings, it's often and usually, if not almost all the time, the opposite. If you're trying to stop stuttering and you're putting a lot of mental effort into it, what you actually do is you kind of get rid of, or you eliminate your own creativity, your own ability to accomplish that goal, right? You cause yourself to become more tense, more tight, more stressed, and less able to accomplish the things that you want. So what can you do about this? Well, let me give you a handful of things. Number one, as you are working, I use the word working because it does require effort, but as you are working on transforming your speech, right? Transforming your speech, which includes both your mindset, the way that you think, your speaking identity, who you believe yourself to be as a speaker, right? And obviously the way that you speak, right? The mechanics of speaking well. As you are working on that, I call that the smooth speech journey or the confident speaker's journey. As you're working on that, one thing you want to remember is, number one, to relax and slow everything down. You have to learn how to relax and slow everything down. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, Michael, we've heard this before, everyone says this is nothing new, but can you tell us how to relax? So I'm just going to give you a few things that you can do, and there are some other wonderful resources out there on the web that specifically focus on helping people to relax. But let me just share with you a couple of key things. Number one, you want to remember that relaxing, and I have a whole session on this, relaxing is a habit that you can develop. So you can learn to relax. Even if you're not a very relaxed person in general, maybe you're very anxious, maybe you're very high speed, right? You can teach yourself how to relax. Relaxing, remember this, relaxing is a habit. Relaxing is a habit, and therefore it's something that you can develop. So if you're not very relaxed now, you can learn to relax yourself down and to become a more relaxed person. I've included a whole session on this inside of our basic course, so you can check it out there. But some other things. So what can you do then? Well, you can tell yourself, now, not just once, not just 5 times, not just 10, but repeatedly, you'll probably have to tell yourself, just relax, just relax. So believe it or not, by telling yourself to relax, especially in higher pressure situations, by telling yourself to relax, you can train yourself to begin to feel more relaxed. But that's just one way. Other things that you can do, you can meditate. Hypnosis can also help. Yes, hypnosis can help you to become a more relaxed person. So you can meditate, you can exercise, you can change your diet. I drink coffee, maybe 1 cup a few times a week, sometimes 1 cup a day, depending on the weeks, but that's it. So change your diet. If you're drinking a lot of coffee, drinking or eating a lot of sugars, this can work against you becoming a more relaxed person. So you can change your diet. You can exercise. Here are some other things that you can do, but let me first give you this next thing, because this next thing is related to the first thing. I know you're like, well, you're not telling us what these things are. So the next thing is to tell yourself to slow down, right? So relax and slow down, right? And the reason I needed to tell you to slow down is because you can physically relax yourself and slow yourself down by moving slower, like physically moving your body slower, by slowing your rate of speech down, by speaking slower, by breathing deeper and more rhythmically. Does this make sense? So, one thing that you can do is to tell yourself, relax and slow down. Relax and slow down. Now, some of you don't actually speak really fast, but you feel rushed. I have many clients who didn't necessarily speak fast, but they felt rushed, so it had pretty much the same impact because they felt rushed, they felt more anxious, and they would hurry up and respond, or they would hurry up and say something, and it would cause them to not breathe very fully and deeply, and sometimes it would cause them to speak a little faster than what they needed to speak. And then I have those clients that just speak fast. They just speak fast. Remember, speed kills. Speed kills, especially when it comes to speaking and driving. So, a couple of things you can do is tell yourself to relax and slow down. You can physically slow your body movements down, slow everything down. You can breathe more deeply, more rhythmically. You can slow your rate of speech down. Now, let's go a little deeper. You can slow your thinking down. What do I mean by that? I don't mean that you shouldn't be able to think quickly on your feet, or that there's not appropriate times for you to think ahead, right? Think strategically. What I'm saying is that you may need to be the kind of person who needs to be more present in the moment, not thinking about what happened in the past and not worrying about what may happen in the future, not even planning. So if you're in a conversation, you're not thinking ahead about what you want to say and how you want to say it and what words you might use and what words you might get stuck on. All you're doing is you're simply almost emptying out your mind and being present and soaking in the other person or the people. Soaking in, meaning you're just watching, you're listening, you're paying attention, you're not thinking about what you're going to say or what they're thinking of you and how they're going to respond. You're not thinking about it. You're just empty-minded, soaking in everything, fully present. This is another way of relaxing and slowing down. When you're able to do this more frequently and even more naturally, you're going to find that you feel more relaxed and that your speech actually gets better because you're not trying to force it, right? You're not trying to force it. You're not trying to plan every single word that you're saying. You're simply relaxing and you're allowing yourself to come up with the right things to say in that moment. So you have to learn to trust yourself. And all of this is a journey. It's a process. So learning to relax and slow yourself down are very, very, very important, especially when it comes to transforming your speech. So you may have to learn to relax yourself and slow yourself down, not just with your speech, but in other areas of your life. There's some people who are always going 100 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour. Boom, they're eating fast, they're getting dressed, they're brushing their teeth fast, they're going to the bathroom fast, they're doing everything, they're driving fast, right? Road rage, okay. So riding their bikes real fast. You may have to just learn how to slow down and take your time. I had a guy I was working with, a PhD, and he told me that by actually slowing his speech down and taking his time, he had a presentation that he needed to give, and by slowing his speech down, he was able to do the same presentation faster than what he did when he was speaking fast, right? Because when he was speaking fast, he was probably using, in fact, he was using a lot of extraneous words and not articulating as clearly and concisely as he wanted. And therefore, taking more time. When you're relaxed, you tend to think more clearly. You're able to articulate your thoughts more concisely, more smoothly. You're able to be more efficient and more effective, using less words, even though you're speaking slower. Okay? So you don't have to speak real fast. I know some of you are saying, well, what if people are rushing? What if they're in a hurry? What if it's my boss and my boss is like, hurry up, hurry up? Come on, I've had people that have had all kinds of different bosses, all kinds of different situations. I've been in different situations myself. And trust me, you can always slow down and take your time, because when you do, chances are you're going to be a lot more effective, a lot more efficient, a lot more concise than if you're rushing and you're getting stuck. So imagine you're rushing and you're trying to get it out, and you're not saying what you want to say the way you want to say it. You're getting stuck, or you're not saying anything at all because you're stuck. Well, that's far slower and far worse than you taking your time. And so what if someone else is rushing? That's their problem. Even if it's your boss, that's their problem. They will learn to understand that you need to take your time. Trust me, they will learn. And if they don't learn, then you'll find your way into a better position with a better boss. I've seen this time and time again. You don't have to trust me, but I'll tell you that I've seen it time and time again. So you need to control your own environment. Control your own environment. Control your speech. Control the pace at which you speak. Control your speed. Control your own inner environment, right? You don't have to feel rushed and be anxious, hurried all the time. You can relax, you can slow down, you can take your time. So learning to relax is probably one of the most important things that you can do. And a part of learning to do that is learning to talk to yourself. I have a whole series on self-talk. Again, that's inside of our basic course. So here's what I want to leave you with. You can become a more relaxed person. You can learn to slow down. Slow your life down. Slow the way you move your body down. Slow your speech down. You can become more relaxed. You can learn to slow down. You can learn to take your time. It's a habit that you can develop. And when you do it, what you'll learn is that the law of relaxation then begins to work for you. So in all mental workings, that is things that you're trying to do mentally, right? In all mental workings, effort defeats itself. So when you're trying really hard and you're trying to force it and you're rushing, it's actually not going to work. It's going to work against you. But when you're more relaxed and you allow things to happen and you're more present, you'll find that things go a lot easier. And for those of you that are out there, you're watching this, you're listening to this, and if you're not already working with me one-to-one, and if you've been trying to do this on your own and you found that you've been getting inconsistent results, right, then I just want to encourage you to consider working with me one-on-one. What I've found is that people are able to improve as little as 10 times faster. I say as little because often they can improve much faster than that, but 10 times faster, meaning someone can be out there working on their own for but 2 years or more on their own, up and down, in and out, in and out. They work with me, and in a few months, they are much further along than what they had been working on their own. Why? Because you're getting feedback. You're getting direct feedback from me. You have accountability, so you're more consistent. You stay more encouraged. You stay on track. I have a coach, and most people who are very successful, they also have coaches or they've had coaches. So you're successful and or you're becoming successful. So why not have yourself held accountable? Why not get the feedback that you need that can save you time? So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that this has been helpful. Would love to hear your comments on this. Remember, this is just one piece of the pie. It's not the whole thing, but it's very, very important to become more relaxed, to learn to slow down, to learn to take your time, I'll leave this with you, to create your own aura, right? Often when we're around other people, they draw us into their aura, that speed, quick, fast, everybody's talking fast, right? This happens to me sometimes around somebody who's talking fast, and I want to talk fast, but I won't. Or I'll say, you know what, I just want to practice speaking faster, so I'm going to let myself speak faster, but I'm still going to be in control. But when you're around other people that are drawing you into their aura, and you tend to speed up and lose control, what you want to do is to bring people into your aura, which is one where people feel more relaxed, where you're more relaxed and you're taking your time. I've had so many people over the years say, Michael, when I'm around you, I feel relaxed. I tend to slow my speech down. I just feel much better. Sometimes there's people that I don't even know. So I know that this is true, that you can create your own aura and that you can draw other people in, or they can stay within their own and you can stay within your own, okay? You can learn to do this. Thank you so much for watching. This is Michael Williams. I look forward to seeing you and hearing from you and working with some of you soon.